Hi, it's Jebb Adams, and I'm with the 348 here, checking out the dust right in there. Not sure if you can see that in there. Why don't I get a little closer and then get a little light on it? And if you look kind of right up along here, I'll get that light in there. There is dust up there. You'll see what I'll pull out of there in a minute. I'll set the camera back down. Or I think you'll be able to see what I end up doing there. There's another piece of dust that just, big fluff that came out. Ooh, look at that. Can you see that one? Isn't that something else? I've got a little pile growing here. Pretty soon I'll have enough for a bird's nest. Dust everywhere. How does it, how does it do that? Oh well, it gets oil in here and grease and humidity and, there's dust from the threads. When you're sewing, there's always a little bit of thread coming off. Oh my. It's still really dusty down there. But I'm getting a lot out. Oh gee. It's like a cave of dust in there. Can't really get my finger in there. Maybe I don't want to. How are we doing now? So anyway, there's no real gears to grease. Actually, there's an oil port there, I think. There's no real gears to grease down here because of this pulley. And before I do anything with that, and that, I want to spend a bit of time and become more familiar. We certainly don't need any oil on electrical connections or parts. Or motors. Maybe I should have opened the end before I did that. Oh well. So I think we're good to go there. The serial number is JE407865. Excuse me. Well, I'm going to put this together, reassemble it, get rid of all this dust and fluff that came out of there. Oh, there was my light just ran out of power. I'll put that over there for now, so I know that it has to be recharged. Well, there's still a lot to do, but I haven't, actually, I'm not starting to restore this sewing machine right now. Not entirely, anyway. It won't be ready to sell for a while. That's what I end up doing with it, and I probably will, because I have some nice machines already, and now I just need to keep some machines coming through here so that I can continue to learn. Let's see where I want to put this camera there now. Lower that a little. do, let's get rid of that fluff too. But I'm going to get this thing back on. And I don't really have to do anything. I'm not really going to do anything to this. I may put new feet on this sewing machine. Excuse me, very soon, because it's right down to the screws. And there's hardwood floors in here. So I've got to order some more of them. I'm going to wait till next month and see what I need between now and then. The delivery bill, the delivery charge from Central Michigan Sewing Supplies, it's only about 12 bucks American. So, and I know it's a lot, it has to do with the lack of weight on the stuff. So anyway, that's done now. The lid was already replaced. I'll give that another little bit of oil tomorrow and run the motor some more. What the darn was that? It's not one thing, it's another. Oh, that thing. Jeez. Jebb, that poor girl. Okay, so we'll take that one out of there. And then we'll get this one off the mat. I'll put that one down. Why is this one heavier than that one? So here is the Singer Stylist for Special Zigzag 478. And I'm not really familiar with this model at all. I'm not even sure what that is. I think it's a cam stack of some size. You can put cams on it, apparently. So that we know. The bobbin is that type. Yes, indeed. So I'm just going to leave the stitch width, isn't that pretty, at 0. Oh, dirty fingers. And needle is centered. And we'll take the top off and see what we see. How does that sound to you? Sounds good to me. I think that's not too bad of a view. I mean, the machine is, the finish is really nice. And even the hand wheel doesn't have, you know, any chipped paint. It's, the amps is 0.95 amps. So it's almost a 1 amp motor. So it's a strong motor. Two screws to get the top off. How's that working? Is that working? And now there's something down here. Maybe I gotta undo this and open the end cover or take it off or whatever. There. So those are off. Geez, I'm already losing my parts. Where did it go? There it is. So it looks pretty good in there. There's, well, not that good. That's whatever, rust or what have you. This machine has, that's a plastic gear there. That's steel there, and there. That one's plastic. But it feels pretty good, but just a little unoiled. So I'm thinking that a good oiling. But before I get stuck up there, I want to take a look underneath as well. And see what we're dealing with down here. Now these feet are not quite as bad along as the other ones were, but they're getting there. They're going to be replaced. Not right away, because I only have a dozen. And they cost me 20 American per dozen. So next month when I order stuff, I'll get one shipment. So same thing, pulley. Very clean. I will say that. There's the plug. I didn't get a plug with this machine, so I'll see if the other one fits in here. But it's pretty clean, you know. I don't see, like, there's a bit of fluff. There is a little bit of dust. But in comparison to what the other one had, there isn't much at all. And I'm not going to oil down here yet. I'm just going to oil up top and through the oil holes. I don't really see a lot of places to oil down here. I suppose I should put something, a little something there. Actually, you're always supposed to shake it before you use it. A little there. I don't want to get any on the belt. And then up there will be covered by, I'll be able to oil it from an oil port up top. There's a very similar oil port that we saw in the other thing too. Now there is a bit of fluff there. Is my big head getting in the way? Probably. There. So there is a little bit of dust or fluff or whatever. I might have to get a Q-tip to there it is there. There's one little piece. I'm sure there's more. I missed the big one. It's still there. So we'll get this brush. Send it in there. And we'll get that one. We'll get the old chimney sweep in there. There. Some of it came out there. See that lump, that chunk? I mean, they get in everywhere, you know? You just get right in there, but this one is not too bad. It's not as bad as the other one. So I'm just going to put the bottom on and give it a bit of an oil and a grease upstairs there, up top. And then this one's done. Now I have the third one there, the Singer. You know what, I'm going to get one of these. I know it's the wrong color, but I'm still going to put one on anyway. Just because I don't let it fit even though, that's the problem. It might. Yeah, we'll try it. There. So kind of looks like a poppy, doesn't it? So now the screw, the bottom of the screw or the top of the screw won't scratch the metal. So let's go back up top again, and I'll start by lifting up the presser foot. There's the needle. We'll have to change that. Like, this area is pretty clean. This was, for a machine that came out of a dumpster, I mean, it's a pretty nice machine. I don't think it was very long in the dumpster. Now up top, we're going to have a few